Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I will explain how I use numbers to increase wealth and success. One of the reasons I post regularly, one of the reasons is that I pay attention to dates. Some of them are lucky for me and some aren't. I've noticed that posting on right dates increased my income, though as of yet I see only a slight rise in the subscriber number. Some dates are excellent for business, some for writing, some for love, and so forth. One of the ways you can use numbers to your success is when you're meeting someone you want to leave an impression on or to persuade. You should know his birth date and calculate his birth number. I've explained how to calculate your birth number or anyone's birth number in this article, which is called Your Birth Number and Its Ruling Planet. So you should know the birthday of the person to calculate his birth number. And here I will explain. Also, I should let you know, if you don't want to read that article, I will just quickly explain that in order to know your birth number or anyone else's birth number, you simply, if the birth date contains 2 digits, the birthday, just add them together and you will get the birth number. So it's 1 to 9. It's going to be the birth number of anyone is going to be from numbers 1 to 9. So simply add them together. You should also check what's your compound birthday number, meaning in case there are 2 digits in your day of birth, because basically, for example, if you are born on the 23rd, your birth number is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, but then you should also look at the compound number because it will explain much more in detail about your personality. And you can find compound number explained by Kiro in his books on numerology. For example, Kiro's book on numbers explains Vedic numbers. I have it here with me. So for example, let's say your birth number is 23, so we read this number is called the Royal Star of Lion, and it's actually an excellent number. So it will more in detail explain your personality, and in case you would like the outcome of some meeting to turn out to your favor, you're basically going to read, should find out the birthday of a person and then read the personality number and then his also compound number, and then you will just understand how to talk to that person, because different people prefer you talking in different ways. Some people like quiet people when you say less. Some people are persuaded when you keep talking. Some people don't like arguments at all. Some people like debate. So basically, if you don't know the person, it's of such a great help if you find out his birth number, because you will know how to talk to that person. You can check, so I just said you can check, and also you can check compound numbers not only in Kiro's books, but in the book Browse Your Future Through Numerology by D. Jagannatha Rao. I found this book in India. It contains actually even more details than what Kiro wrote, which is amazing. I never expected to find a book as such. So it has even more explanation of your birth numbers and compound numbers. It's such an excellent book on numerology. You should find out his personality through his number, the person that you're going to meet, and that's how you will know how to talk to him. You should also arrange a meeting on a date favorable to you, and you have more chances of persuading him this way, because you will know, you will both know how to approach him, because you will read the what kind of character he has according to his number, and you will understand his personality, and the day will be favorable to you and not to him. So basically, the way that you know which dates are favorable to you is you should calculate your birth number, and then unless it's 4 or 8, all other numbers are good to have. And so, for example, your birth number, if your birth number is 7, then 12 25th day or 16th day is good for you because it has your number. 1 plus 6 is 7, 2 plus 5 is 7. So that's how you select the date favorable to you. If it's 7th or any other compound number that makes up 7, that day is going to be favorable to you. So select the day of the meeting that is of your vibration. And now when it comes to you, actually I will tell later because I've already written it in this article, so I want to maintain some structure. I recently injured my knee. It was on the 12th day of this month. The 12th day is inauspicious as it stands for suffering. Actually, the number 12 is worse than 13 because at least out of the number 13, something good may come out, it representing chaos and new order of things. It's feared mainly because of Christian prejudice, number 13, but actually number 12 is worse than number 13. Also, my natal chart shows that my injuries, a harmful rays of Mars, will be abroad, far from home, 9th house, and mainly to the area of knees. So how can I doubt the accuracy of numerology and astrology after such a proof? And I also talked about other proofs in other videos as well. It's absolutely true what numbers show and what the natal chart shows you. So now I will show you how to calculate I actually explained it to you already, how to calculate your birth number. Now I'll show you how to know which day is favorable to you and which isn't. Keep in mind that if your birthday number is 4 or 8, you're better off focusing on your name number instead, as these numbers usually bring misfortune, and I explained everything here in this article called your birth number and its ruling planet. If your name number also makes up 4 or 8, so together with your birth date, you also have your name number that has 4 or 8. The sum of the numbers make up 4 or 8. I advise to modify your name to have a better vibration, since the day of your birth cannot be modified, of course. So you can only modify your name number. And I don't know if I explained here how to know what's your name number. And I'm sorry, some pictures did not load because the internet is slow in India, in this place. I actually did not. Oh, here, another article. Okay. I wrote how to know your name number and its ruling planet. So this is another article I wrote, and you can check your name number by using this table. And if you find that your name number has the vibration of 4 or 8, then you can change it. And you should calculate the name that you're known by. So some people naturally are known by their names and surnames, like me in public, Simona Rich. So then I can change my surname, for example, for the vibration to change. But if you're known only by your first name, then if it has negative vibration, 4 or 8, then it's better to change it, but it's up to you. But it's advised to alter your name in some way for it to have a better vibration. And good numbers are 1, 3, 5, 6, maybe even 7. It's a spiritual number ruled by the planet Neptune, but often this planet blinds and creates illusions. But avoid the number 9 if you are number 8 or 4 now, because it's discordant with 4 and 8. And I would also avoid 2 as well, because it's a weak number. It's ruled by the moon. It's emotional number. It's up to you. You may still want to choose it, but it's also in the same vibration as 4 and 8, so it's best to avoid it. Once you know, select your number. You need to increase its power, its vibration in your life. So once you select a favorable number for you, for example, you find out that your birth number is favorable, or you find out it's unfavorable as it's 4 or 8, and then you change your you use your name number instead, or if it's unfavorable, you change your name so that you create a favorable vibration as its number is good. So once you choose that number, you need to increase its vibration in your life. So you should wear its colors and take important action on dates that have your number. And again, I mention all these things that increase the vibration of specific numbers in this article, your birth number and its ruling planet. These are pages from Kiro's Book of Numbers, and it explains the colors and the gemstones for different numbers. So for example, if your number is 5, then wear some shiny accessory like shiny earrings or a shiny ring. Take action on dates that make up 5, like 14, 23, or 32. And my number is 5, my selected number is 5, so I wear shiny accessories. If your number used to be 4 or 8, consciously or unconsciously, and now you use another number, never increase the vibration of these previous numbers. So you should not wear their colors or take important action or lots of action on those dates. I've already written about gems and colors of all birth numbers in this article. So basically, try to increase your chosen favorable number's vibration by taking action on those dates that make up that number and wearing its colors and gemstones if possible, and decrease the vibrations of negative numbers in your life by not taking much action, especially not important action on the dates that make up those numbers, and try to avoid wearing the colors of those unfavorable numbers. Also know that the more zeros you have in your birth date, the more obstacles you will have in your life. I have a friend whose number is 1, that of sun and success. So he's supposed to be successful, but he has a 0 in his birthday. So this makes him experience obstacles. He continuously actually experiences obstacles, all kinds, like he falls and breaks his leg and so forth. And so at the end, he is promised success, but the 0 creates obstacles for those success. But in the end, number 1 is very strong and it will have to win. It's the number of the sun. So the idea is to keep increasing the power of your positive numbers through using its colors, gems, and taking action on those dates, and to keep decreasing the power of negative numbers by being less active or not taking important actions on those dates. Within around 6 months of applying this advice, you will notice definite changes in your success. The change, of course, cannot be instant because it will take time to deactivate harmful vibrations of negative numbers and to increase vibrations of positive numbers. So do not expect things to change overnight, because vibrations change, the energies change slowly. So within 6 months, you will notice considerable difference in your levels of success, in your levels of income. If you take, for example, if you focus on increasing your income, take business actions on dates that are favorable to you, arrange meetings on dates that are favorable to you. Just keep increasing that positive vibration of that your chosen number and decrease negative vibrations of those numbers that are bad for you, and you will definitely notice changes within around 6 months. I completely forgot to mention one very important point, which is what to do if it's not your number, and it's not unfavorable number, whether it's a good time to take action or not. So basically what you do is look at Kiro's Book of Numbers, or the book that I mentioned already, Browse Your Future Through Numerology by D. Jagannatha Rao. So pick any of those books and then just check Vedic numbers and their meanings. So if, for example, if your number is 7 and you try to keep increasing the vibration of number 7, but the Vedic number is 16, is actually a bad number. But for you, it's not going to be bad because this is your vibration, 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. So you can take action despite of what Vedic number tells about it, because this is your vibration, your number 7. But for example, if your chosen number is 5 and then 16th day arrives, then you read here that it's a bad number. It represents the tarot card, that tower struck by lightning. It's just it's not a good number. So if 7 is not your number, but 5, for example, is your number, then you read that this day is not favorable. So do not take important action on it, but choose more favorable date instead. So hopefully this explains how to deal with days that don't make up 4 or 8 if it's your previous number, and don't make up your chosen number. So you just simply look at what they represent and then judge what to do with whether you should take important action or not on those particular dates. Finally, I highly recommend to read Kiro's several books on numbers, as well as the book Browse Your Future Through Numerology by D. Jagannatha Rao, if you can get your hands on it. These are some of the few books that focus only on the original numerology rather than the one invented by Pythagoras. And they are going also to connect numerology with tarot. So that's these both authors do that, and so it's amazing. It gives such a profound insight into these topics. And the majority of the books that you can get on numerology, they're all based on Pythagorean system of numerology, and it's invented by him. He did not want to follow the established rules from ancient times of numerology, because some people believe, as well as myself, that he wanted to make a name for himself in the field of numerology, so he could not just adopt the numerology that existed at that time, but he invented it so that his name would be associated with it. So I personally don't find his numerology accurate, but I find the ancient numerology accurate. So these two authors, Kiro and Jagannatha Rao, base their teachings on that ancient numerology, which I really appreciate. So that's all the advice and information I have for you in this article. I hope it was useful for you. Thank you for watching. Take care.